Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd. Thanks for tuning in to the Cavalier Sports Report at Johnson County Community College. This weekend, the ladies softball team kicked off their fall season and currently sit 1-1 after the first weekend of play. We're joined now by head coach Kelly Latendresse. Coach Kelly, thanks for being with us this morning.
No problem.
Now, fall softball doesn't count towards an official record like it does in the spring, so why is fall ball important for the team?
We play fall ball for a couple of reasons. We need the freshmen to come in and get some playing time and kind of have their opportunity to make their what we call freshman mistakes and just kind of get a feel for what college softball is like. So we play a couple of junior colleges over the course of the fall. We'll play some Division IIs, and then we play some Division Is. We'll play more NCAA schools in the fall than we do junior colleges, just for the competition of it. Like I said, to get the team kind of seeing how each other plays and making sure the girls are comfortable with each other on the field. The other side of it is for recruiting purposes, so we like to go out and play KU, MU, some of the Division IIs, like I said, so that our sophomores can be seen and be recruited as well.
Well, let's talk about the weekend. You guys started off with a 3-4 loss to Iowa Central, and I know you do not make a habit of losing games. You guys bounced back like you usually do after a loss. It was, I think, a 6-0 stomping of Maple Woods. Talk a little bit about the weekend. How did the first game go for you guys?
Not bad. You know, even with the loss, I was actually pretty pleased with the game itself. You know, the girls, they're a lot different this year than the team last year. They need a lot more instruction. There's a lot more that we need to work on this year to be ready for the spring. And practices have been good and bad so far for the last couple weeks. I was a little concerned about our pitching going into the weekend because they have not had a very good, couple weeks here during scrimmages. And so I was kind of concerned we were going to come in and get knocked around a little bit, but they actually came in and did fairly well. We should not have lost the game against Iowa Central. We had Lena gave up she had 2 strikes on the batter and a home run was hit. That's something that we cannot do, and that's what fall ball is for, to learn, from those mistakes. We had a couple errors, a couple dropped fly balls that should not have been dropped. So it's a good opportunity, that loss is kind of for the girls to see that at practice, those little things that they think don't matter, during practice, they matter. Those things, that's what loses ball games at the college level. Those things that, they got by with in high school and their competitive teams, they can't get by with here. So it was good for them to see how that can affect them and now how they need to come back and practice.
And you guys, obviously, like you did many times last year, does a loss just kind of focus not only you but the team in, because you came out against Maple Woods and it looked like you guys really got things done?
Yeah, they made adjustments well. I think the big thing they saw after playing Iowa Central was how talented they are as a group. Sometimes that's hard for them to see, especially when they're practicing with me and all they hear is what they're doing wrong at practice. For them to look at Iowa Central and actually get a chance to compare themselves to another college team, I think is good for them. And they, it was kind of a confidence booster. They saw how talented they actually were. And they also get to see how people view them. Iowa Central came out strong. He had 27 girls in his dugout. Yes, I don't know why he has such a big team, but he had a huge team. So we have 17, so to see that team over there, not only with 27 people, they were really loud, but they were excited. And when they finished and they beat us, it was like the World Series for them. They were genuinely, jumping up and down, excited. So out of that, the girls get to see the reputation that they have. People come out and they play their best against us because of our reputation of being a strong team. And so when they get the opportunity to beat us, they're going to. And if we allow people to do that, that's going to happen. So the girls see that and they understand now how they have to approach every practice every day so that they can go out on the field and be prepared for those kind of things.
And you mentioned your reputation as a strong team, but I think you said that the physical makeup of your team is a little bit different this year from the team last year that was very successful.
Yeah, last year and for the last few years, I have the reputation of bringing in some bigger kids, stronger kids, you know, power hitters, very similar to Kim Smith, you know, for example. But this year, I've brought in a lot of little, you know, tiny girls that run really fast. We have, you know, slapping in softball is kind of a short game kind of deal. I have 6 of those this year on the team. So that's a lot of speed, especially for me. Like I said, I usually have a lot of girls that can bang the ball. And so teams usually will come out and throw a lot away from us, a lot of off speed, and they'll move their outfield back and just plan on us hitting the long ball and just catch it and get us out. Whereas this year, we do have kids that can do that, but we also have a lot of speed, and the girls will put the ball in the infield and beat it down to first. So we have a lot more tools this year.
And somebody else that you lost Lacey Dixon, who was just kind of an all-around player for you, but certainly on the mound, a big-time presence and pitching back-to-back games and winning a lot for you. How important is Lena Hayes going to be to your success, not only this fall, but certainly this spring? Lena's
got to come in this year, and for the biggest thing she's got to do is be a role model for the younger pitchers. She's the only returning sophomore right now. I have another sophomore. She's on the injured list right now, so she's working to be healthy and be able to throw. But Lena's the only returner from last year, and she had a lot of good experiences. She brings in a lot of knowledge. She's got to teach that to the freshmen. We have 3 freshman pitchers, and I think all of them can contribute. They all have their own talents and their own tools, and they all bring some knowledge to the table. But they're freshmen, and so they're working things out and kind of learning how to throw at the college level. The biggest thing Lena can do this fall is make sure that she helps them move in the right direction, and she's a good example for them in games, on the mound, during practice.
Now, you say that you're a little bit more of a slapping team this year. You're smaller and faster, but you've still got some power with Amber Parkinson and Kim Smith.
Yeah. Obviously, Kim, you know, we watched what she did last year. She can definitely hit the long ball, hit for power, which she did do this weekend very well. But Amber, too. Amber's just got all kinds of talents. That kid, she's very, very fast. She ended up number 2 in the country last year in stolen bases. She came out this weekend and her first at bat hit a home run. But she can also slap, she can bunt, I mean, she can do everything. So that's what makes her so effective. She actually had the best batting average on the team last year because of that. She just has many, many tools, and it makes it very hard for a defense to play her. You know, if they move back after her home run, she's just going to put a bunt down and then run it out. You know, so there's no real way to play that kid, so it makes her very, very effective.
Just keep coaching them up the way you're doing. I'm sure when spring comes around, all those freshmen will be ready with you.
I think so.
All right, for Coach Kelly Latendresse, I'm Rob Ladd. This is the Cavalier Sports Report. We'll see you next time.